Okay, so the day went as planned. It was successful, but my ambition isn't necessarily quenched. So, with the training business, you know, I've been doing fitness for 15 years as a pro. All right, and so there's a lot of parallels here the way I practice my life. With this whole process, okay, we're gonna call this the 5 Ps. 5 Ps, okay? Naughty by nature head, OPP. Mr. Chris has PPP. P. Whatever. Anyway, so the first one is plan. The second one is prepare. The third one, practice. The fourth one is prioritize. And the last one is prevent. Number one, planning. It seems obvious, right? But it's more than just planning a vacation. You have to plan for and account for budgets, other people's schedules, your trades, etc. If you're gonna do shit on your own, cool. You have to plan for a learning curve, a time to kind of get acclimated. That goes to the P for practice, right? The second thing is prepare. If you know you may have a conflict in schedule, plan that schedule out. Like a plan for last minute thing, expect the unexpected, the whole deal. Like see the future finished in advance. See this whole thing done. Everything. You have to assume that shit's just not gonna go your way. And when you do that and you plan against it, the more prepared you'll be. Number 3, practice. If you're trying to do this on your own, cool. Yes, do that shit. All right. We tell our clients all the time, there's not a damn thing to worry about. Like, it's okay to be afraid, but it's not okay to stay afraid. So whether it's a weight loss goal or you're trying to build a fucking house, go after that shit. You know what I'm saying? You just might surprise yourself. Practice makes permanent, right? Start clocking some hours in. If you're learning a new skill, hone that shit. Learn how to get it done. And know what you don't know. Don't try to be a hero and be like, man, I got practice for 15 minutes. Watch this. And then all of a sudden, you know, your house comes crashing down on top of you. That's a problem. So don't do that. So practice. Even if it's an old skill, okay? Practice. If it's balancing a schedule, if it's constant rendering, if it's setting boundaries, if it's welding, carpentry, painting, grinding down shit, learning how to do new shit with power tools you've never used before. Get acclimated and practice. Do the best you can. You know, don't try your best, do your best to get those things as honed in as possible. The fourth one is prioritize. Learn how to prioritize things. All right. If you're like me, you as a dad especially, like I have this thing over my head where I will work like a dog because I feel like that's my job, right? Whether it's manual labor or a training session or virtual consults, business consults, you know, I will do whatever I have to do for as long as it takes to provide, right? To be the example. And while I know that's important and I know that's my job and I do my best to make sure my wife knows and kids know and so on, it doesn't change the fact that I still feel like I'm absentee. You know what I'm saying? And it makes me feel terrible. But I have to prioritize those things. Prioritize your exercise. Prioritize and hold good perspective about things with your kids and family time and things like that. I got to prioritize that. Just because I can work, 20 hours in a day doesn't mean I should. I should prioritize time building Legos with them. I should prioritize time to, exercise and take care of myself. I should prioritize time to eat, right, and rest. Like, these are things you have to learn how to balance out, or this whole process is going to consume you. The last one is prevent. It's really hard to prevent the mishaps, but you can prevent yourself from being overzealous about any opportunities you think you may or may not have and trying to get greedy with something that you're doing. For example, today I ran into an issue. I practiced a shit ton for my welding. Am I a master welder? Hell no. Okay, but I know how to patch. I know how to do solid enough beads to get what I know I'm planning to do and preparing to do in the scope of the job. Okay, but I'm also trying to prevent disaster, because I saw, as I was grinding down today, there was a hole that I saw. There was enough like patchy rust that I was just grinding it down, and sure enough, I poked right through. So, you know, the rust had eaten through on this portion of the container. So I'm over here like, like, oh shit, I get to weld this thing today. Like, I'm all excited. And then I realized, all right, my welder is 120 amp welder. You know, I got it off of Amazon, super powerful. The problem is, the generator I have is not going to have enough juice for it. And while I did pick up a new generator today, I wasn't successful at getting it set up, because it just took me too long to grind everything down, and I just didn't get to it. Could I have stayed and finished it? Yeah. Could I have stayed and quickly just ran through it? I mean, I had the gas, I had the oil, I brought my funnels, I was ready to go. Could I have done it? Yes. Should I have done it? No. And here's why. What would I have accomplished? When you start some shit, you can't. I'm not down for starting and not finishing. So the reward, it can wait. It can wait, because I wanted to come home and eat dinner with my girls. You know what I'm saying? And I have to prioritize that. And the way for me to prevent against making things worse for myself is taking on jobs that I know I'm not going to finish the way that it should be done. You know, okay, because then I'm shooting myself in the foot, and that's just stupid. So, you know, learn how to set your boundaries and just prevent disaster by putting a collar on your ambition and knowing yourself and sticking to what you know you can do flawlessly, and what you know you can do to a level that you're going to be proud with the effort that you gave. Prevent yourself from making mistakes that could seriously derail a project, going to make you feel bad about other stuff later on. Okay, so learn to prevent not just disaster at the job site, in your tasks or whatever you're trying to do in your life, but learn to prevent those things by learning to prevent yourself from giving in to the temptation of your ambition.